is Joy Guitar, cousins, and I'll be reading their tributes on their behalf. On behalf of Charles Ngare, his father, we're gathered here today to honor a man who was, to many of you, a friend, family, a leader, or a colleague. Me, Julius Ngare Ndumia was my stronghold, and Charles Ndumia Ngare, this is the greatest honor of my life, stand here today as his son and speak on behalf of a man who lived with such courage and conviction. Dad was a man of incredible energy. He was a people. Dad was a man of incredible energy. He was a people's man, cherished for a sense of humor that could light up any room. But for me, it was his voice that mattered most. Whenever I heard it, a sense of hope, pride would swell within me. His presence alone made me feel safe. I knew that as long as he was there, I had a foundation that could not be shaken. Some of my most cherished memories, simplest ones. The road trips where it was just the two of us. In those quiet hours, he would share his wisdom on how the world was and how to face the challenges of being a man. He didn't just talk about the present, he spoke of his dreams for our family. His aspirations for us were his driving force. Everything he did, every sacrifice he silently made was to ensure our needs were met and our futures were bright. He was a man of truth and righteousness. He fought for what was right at home and in the church, and he expected the same from me. I remember being young and receiving his discipline when I lost my way. But I also remember what happened immediately after. He would hold me close and remind me that he only guided me firmly to keep me on the right track because he loved me. That was Dad, firm in his principles, but boundless in his affection. He showed his love in the details. He'd take me to the garage during a car service just so I could learn the mechanisms of an engine. He would call me randomly, even in the middle of a class lecture, just because he wanted to hear my voice. If he sensed even a moment of discomfort in my life, he remained restless until he knew I was okay. Above all, Dad was a man of God.
Above all, Dad was a man of God. Never showed signs of defeat because he knew sad, of course.
Above all, Dad was a man of God. He never showed signs of defeat because he knew that God could never be defeated. He held me to a high spiritual standard because he knew that faith would be the only thing to carry me when it no longer could. Dad, I say this with a heavy heart, but with a spirit full of pride. I will forever stand on the principles you taught me. They are what kept you going, and they are what will keep me going now. There is so much more written in my heart that words cannot capture today. You are my hero, my mentor, and my friend. Fare thee well, Dad.
Sorry, we understand the circumstances, even those who had promised to be brave enough. We understand sometimes it becomes overwhelming. Allow me to read on behalf of Dennis so that together we can join. My letter to Dad. Hello, my G. There is so much to tell you, but very little that I can utter from my mouth. Despite that, my memories with you are still raw and fresh in my mind. Should I start with the beating you gave me as a kid? The discipline that outmarched from the beating. Should I talk about how much you made me and bro fall in love with mathematics, or how you loved telling jokes, laugh, and spread smiles in the house? Or even talk of how you were a good and present husband to Mom. I know you were tough, steaming heat in your prime years, but they taught us that the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So I now know you are cool and chilling above the skies. Though I would love to hear you scold me one more time, but this time I smile all through, just because I can see you. At this moment, I really can't think about anything more than what you taught me about God and spirituality. Do you remember the number of times I came to Nakuru and we would lock ourselves in a church from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and you would tell me that we need to pray for the parish, the church in general, the leaders, your family, Guka and Chuchu, our relatives? Can you recall the number of times we drove to Heaven's Gate and stayed there from morning to evening praying for clarity in life, peace, and health for everyone, even for people who never cared about you? Well, I do. And I will never forget. I thank you for introducing Christ in my life. Otherwise, I would end up like the infamous Malembo. Not only were you a dad, but my best friend, my confidant, my support, my teacher, my therapist, my reverend, my story partner, and above all, my prayer partner. So do me a favor when you see me, shut the door behind me for prayers. Come in with me so I don't close you outside. You are supposed to stay and see me graduate. Probably 10 years from now, you were to drive me to Coast to go and fetch that Range Rover Vela we always talked about. And if our prayers ever reached the heavens, you were supposed to see me get my job at the UNEP, the job we always prayed about. I'm still optimistic about it, and I know you will rejoice in heaven when you see me achieve it all. Anyway, thank you for the love you showed Mom, Charles, and Shanice. There was so much to learn from that. I will continue sending those happy Father's Day messages and blow you birthday candles on December, because I might not have a father right now, but you'll always be my dad. I can't assure you that I will marry anytime soon. Of course not. But I will do what you always told me to do. Pray for whoever I'm going to lock eyes with. I just hope it will be the right decision, as you did with Mom. As I said, there's so much to talk about, so make sure to check the heavenly mails. I will always update you with all my successes and failures. And don't forget to check the spam mail they will be mine too. I don't want you to miss your flight, so this is a goodbye. Just from my mouth, not my heart. Adios. I love you. See you again, Master Chief. Thank you very much. This young girl called Shanice, who was the last born, a very adored girl, and I know they were very, very close with Dad. And a very fond memory is the week he was coming to be away from us. This girl requested that on Monday when he went home, that Daddy, don't go back to parish. Just stay a little with me and take me to school 2 more days. And for the first time, Dad did that. Instead of coming on Tuesday to the parish, he came on Saturday evening, only to depart from us Sunday. Let us listen. I still don't understand why you had to go away so soon, Dad. I miss your jokes, your hugs, your voice, and the way you always made me feel safe. Every day, I keep wishing I could hear you call me, my Shani. Before you left, I asked you to stay with me for 1 whole week. I just wanted more time with you because being with you made me happy. Little did I know that week would become my special goodbye to you. Now I hold those days close in my heart, like a treasure. I will never forget the laughs we shared, the stories you told me, and the love you gave me. Daddy, I did know that I became the last born so that I could keep Mom company when you were gone. Thank you for loving me so much. Thank you for holding my heart and for making me smile when I was sad. Thank you for teaching me to be kind and confident. Even though I am still little, I know your love still stays with me forever. Sometimes I cry because I miss you so much. Sometimes I look at the sky and wonder if you can see me. I hope you know I will always be your little girl. I will carry your love in my heart everywhere I go. I promise to make you proud, and even though you are no longer here for me to hug, I know you will always be watching over me. You will forever remain my heart, my daddy, my daddy. Goodbye, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. Forever and ever, yours, Shani. Thank you.